In this program, we're going to learn how to use select case and some static variables. We're going to change the color name that you see, the color of the background, and we'll also keep track of how many clicks we've had on this click for a random color button, and we also have an exit button. We want to have random colors and random messages about those colors appear, so we're going to need to declare a random object. Remember, we only know how to make random numbers. We'll have to find a way to convert them to random colors. So we declare this random object, and down into the get color button, we're going to declare an integer variable, int random number, and we'll hold the value of a random number inside this variable. We'll use int random number equals rand, the name of our random object. Dot next, we'll start with the number 4, and that'll give us 4 possible answers, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Here we'll go with select case. Select case int random number. That means we're going to check out some different cases of what this variable could equal. It's an alternative to using ifs. Sometimes ifs are handy. Select case may be handy. One may look better than another. So again, we can go from 0 to 3. So our first case is case 0. Notice we don't say equals 0, it's just case 0. And in the case that int random color equals 0, we're going to set the back color of the form, that's with me.backColor, equal to blue. We also want to change the label that's holding the color and have it contain the text blue. Our next case is case 1. In the case that int random number is 1, we're going to have the back color equal the color red. And we'll also change the text of the label to have the word red. We've taken care of 2 of the possible cases. Here's the third case, in case the variable is 2. We'll make me.backColor equal the color green. Once again, me is self-referential to the form, so it's changing the back color of the form. And the final case we'll take care of is case 3. And now we'll change the back color to purple. There are 4 possible cases. Int random number could be 0, 1, 2, or 3, and here's what happens in each case. Notice the similarities with if and else if. Let's give it a shot. And we will see all the different random colors. Let's increase our possible random number possibilities. We'll go from 0 through 6. And let's imagine we want to make 4, 5, and 6 work for the same color. We can type 4, 5, 6. That's legal. So in the case of 4 or 5 or 6 for int random number, we're going to have the color dark gray appear in the background of the form. And we'll also change the text in our label describing that color. We'll expect this color to happen a little more often. There are currently 7 possible numbers, 3 of which are going to be assigned to dark gray. So we'll expect to see dark gray click many times. And you see we're seeing dark gray more than the others. Let's do a little more analysis of select case. We're going to change our possible numbers to go up to 10. So we'll put an 11 in our rand.next. Now 0 through 10 is a possibility. And we can actually say case 7 to 10. That's the word TO. So that will cover 7, 8, 9, and 10. If any of those are what int random number equals, we're going to end up in this case with the color dark goldenrod. So there are actually 4 possible cases assigned here. It's another way to assign cases going from one value to another. Not a surprise, dark goldenrod shows up quite a bit. It has more possibilities than all the rest. 4 out of 11 It's about a 36% chance of occurring. Well, now we're going to make our possibilities 0 through 11 by putting a 12 inside that next. And we'll show you case else. It's a catch-all case. You may want to use it. You may not need to use it. It depends. But if no other cases happen, then this will be the catch-all case at the very end. For us, it will cover the number 11. Eventually, an 11 will happen, and we'll get a black background. There it is. So that's case else. You may need to use it, you may not need to use it, but it does exist. So there are many possibilities with select case. Now we're going to look at declaring a static variable. This variable will retain its value every time the sub is called. Instead of using dim, we'll use static. So we'll declare a variable int numclicks as integer, and we'll set it equal to 0 right now. That initialization will only happen the first time that this sub is run, and it's activated when the button get color, the click event is activated. We're going to increase the number of clicks by 1, and we'll display it inside the label. And because we use static, the value will remain. And it keeps going up by 1, as you can see. If we use dim, it would always reset the variable back to 0. Static allows the sub to retain the value of that variable. If you're only going to use a variable in one sub and no others, and you need to keep track of a value, then static may be a good strategy for you. However, if you're going to reset a variable with a reset button, you're probably going to have to make a class level or global variable, because then a reset button and for us, our btn get color would both need access to that variable.